that finale broke me in so many pieces. that I honestly, I'm like still crying about it. It is so beautiful.
Welcome back to Talkin' Texas Forever, a Friday Night Lights podcast. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Liz.
And we're discussing Season 3, Episode 13, Tomorrow Blues, written by Jason Katims and directed by Jeffrey Reiner. Original air date January 14th, 2009. Summary for this finale episode: Matt prepares for college, Lila's dreams are in the hands of an estranged uncle, and Coach Taylor feels uncertain about the future.
That's for sure.
They
all are uncertain about the future. Yes and no. This episode
is perfection.
I mean, I walked out of the bedroom and still trying to explain without giving too much away to Randy, like, this episode, like, even just still talking about it, it was choking me up. Almost every single scene, I cried. And, like, blubbered Kim Kardashian cried. Like, I had to cover my face. It was a whole thing.
I'm so glad. Not only that you cried, like, selfishly, I'm really glad she cried this episode, but also that you enjoyed it, because last week I just kept saying how good of an episode this is, and I didn't want to talk it up to you, and especially when I was editing, I was like, oh my god, like, I really hope I didn't talk this up. But it's actually impossible to talk this episode up because it's that good.
No, and you know what, I feel like I went into it even more prepared to cry. So I was like, oh, I'm here for give me anything, the drop of a hat, I will cry. And I did, like, as pretty much as soon as it opened up.
I know. Okay, so let's get into it. As you predicted, there was a little bit of a time jump. So we do open up. It's been 5 months later. We're now in the spring, heading into summer. And we have a wedding to get to, but I want to fill in what's going on with everyone else. So we have our senior brunch. Tammy announces where the seniors will be going next year. We learn that Tim, as we know, will be going to San Antonio State. Matt will be going to Chicago for art school. Lila will be going to San Antonio with Tim. And Tyra is waitlisted at UT.
I felt like this was a little obnoxious to
You do?
announce.
Really?
Yes, to announce where people are going to school, because what if other people didn't get into school? What if they're not going to school? Like, how big is this senior class? I mean, obviously it felt relatively small, which to me feels even worse, because someone like Tyra, who didn't necessarily right away get into school, has to hear about all of her other classmates who are going to college. And I don't know, it just made me a little sad. Like, someone who went to a commuter school, I mean, I know you also did the same thing. I don't know. I feel like I've been like, don't announce where I'm going. Or like, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I just felt, I was like, oh, what if like you didn't get into a college? Wouldn't that make you feel shitty?
Yeah, I don't remember if our high school did something like this along the lines of announcing where people are going for their future. I don't know if we just see Tammy. Well, first off, she's just filling in our people, right? But perhaps
right, of course.
She didn't go through the entire class. But you're right. And also the fact of the way she handled Tyra, like, oh, Tyra's still making some decisions. And we only learn she's waitlisted because Angela yells out, like, she's getting into UT. She's just waiting, you know? I don't know. I feel like this
I'm
is
over
probably
it,
a thing.
But I watched it and I was like, what if you like didn't get into school? But I obviously understand for the purpose of the TV show to tell everyone like a sum up. Remember, this is what the kids are doing. So it was a good start to get the audience prepared for what's to come.
Yeah, and also we have this like beautiful montage scene, which the show does amazing montage scenes, but of what everyone's been up to. So Tandri seems still on, and we have like, Matt and Julie.
Good.
So good. Matt and Julie, they're on their little date. We have a glimpse of Panther baseball.
Yeah, what the hell was that? What the hell was that
I guess
about?
that's what they do in the spring, right? They have to play another sport.
I guess.
I liked it. I liked seeing what everyone's up to.
Yeah, I was just really surprised that Landry and Tyra were still chugging along. Not surprised. I was so happy. Like, my heart felt so good watching it. And the more, and when we get into their story in this episode, I feel so good about it. Which I might get my heart ripped out come season 4. But I was like, wow, you guys are pretty damn solid. I eat my words from last week.
She goes, scoop them up, put them on a platter.
I don't know what that like.
Yeah, I don't know. That looks like you're like juggling your boobs, but okay, that's Lissy's version of eating it up. Let's talk about the Panthers first and coach. So Panthers are on break until August 1st. JD has been named high school quarterback of the year. Go JD. I'm sure Joe is pleased. We know he is. Coach's contract is up for negotiation, and Superintendent Dunley is worried if Tammy can remain objective at the upcoming board meeting. So Tammy has a talk with Eric to convince him to come to the board meeting because she feels he needs to defend his position, which at this point he doesn't seem to have a reason to.
He's not too worried until Tammy's like, you need to be a little worried.
Yeah,
there's
you need
talks
to be a
that
little worried.
They might want to bring someone else in.
Yeah. In the meantime, Buddy and Eric, they go on a little visit, aka recruitment, to a boy named Shane's house to speak to him about coming on for the following season for the Panthers. And while Shane accepts, his dad's really confused because he got a visit from Joe and Wade last week. And so he's just confused, like, who's head coach here?
Yeah, that was super disrespectful. So disrespectful to coach. And even the fact that Buddy didn't even know about it. Like, they hid that from Buddy. Yeah. Like, that was some shady shit. Ultimately, the goal was the same for both parties, right? Like,
yes,
they wanted that, but why wouldn't you let Buddy Garrity, who is like the biggest loudmouth, obnoxious salesman, come in first and try and convince? Like, we've seen this before on the show where Buddy has forced coach to come and steal the player and, quote, because we can't call it that. But, why wouldn't you use big loudmouth Buddy? He would ultimately, at the end of the day, he really didn't have to do much convincing because they were already convinced by Wade and Joe.
Yeah, and also the Panthers speak for themselves.
And that too. Like, he was like, no, we're definitely
even though they
going
lost
to Dylan.
state, they lost state, but still, it's a sought after team.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. So coach ends up questioning Joe about this, and Joe says he didn't want to miss the opportunity and the fact that he financially supports the team. His son is carrying the team. And if you would like to continue coaching, you need to ensure that my son will start every game next season, and Wade has to be the one to call the plays. What do you think about this threat?
What? Like, wow for threatening coach. I mean, we know he is pissed because of the CPS thing and just in general of they've been butting heads because coach doesn't want him a part of any team decisions or anything that has to do with the team. He wants to make those decisions with himself and his team and his assistant coaches. Those are the people that he relies on. Joe is a nobody at this, to him. So the fact that Joe is now able to threaten coach with the fact that his money is more important, that his money goes farther than like what's actually right is, I mean, I guess I could predict that this would occur because don't mess with Joe. He's really petty.
Yeah. So at the meeting, Joe tells the board that Wade is ready to come in as head coach regardless of the salary. And then Eric shows up, gives a speech how much he loves his job. He wants to keep it. He feels like he's just getting started. And you should not replace me for a man with money and a boy with a good arm.
Yeah, he called them out in front of
yeah.
everyone. As he should.
He doesn't even wait to hear the decision. But we learn at the wedding, Coach is fired.
Essentially, yes.
Right, and Wade will replace him. But they want Eric to be the coach of East Dillon.
Yeah. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I did predict this only because of what everyone was saying about Wade and Joe and the trajectory of that. But will he get paid the same? You know, now that they're splitting the team, like him and Wade should get paid the same. And Coach was saying,
Wade would be starting, right? So, like, I guess, yes,
that's true.
He should be paid the
You're
same.
Right. He should be getting more than Wade.
Yeah.
He's a seasoned coach. He's been there now since when we started the show. That was his first year, with these kids. So 3-ish years now he's been coaching. He's been the head coach of the Panthers. So if you're going to trade him onto another school, he best be making his salary, if not more. But then again, who the hell knows what will happen there? I know the schools are having financial issues, like where to put their money. But wow, Wade is the new Dillon coach, and East Dillon is Eric Taylor. I obviously, as the audience, you know nothing about East Dillon besides the fact that it was maybe not so great.
Right. Yep.
I don't know if that means education. I don't know if that means financially, like the economic part of it, like the socioeconomic status of that area, where they divided it, is that lower? So you're bringing in maybe not so white privileged people. I don't know. We'll see. This is real exciting, though. I look forward to seeing all of our new East Dillon kids.
Me too. Lots of changes are happening for Matt and Julie. Eric and Tammy surprised Julie with a brand new car, and even though she's so excited about it, she can't help feel sad because her friends are leaving and she's feeling left behind, which I totally get. Like, yay, new car, but also
she's like, I won't have any friends to put in it. Yeah.
I know she'll have Landry, but
true.
You know, it's not Tyra or Matt. Julie and Matt, they help Grandma with packing and moving into an assisted living. And surprisingly, Grandma's taking it well, which that kind of caught me off guard.
Same. I guess she's just so proud of her grandson, and she's probably happy to be like away from Shelby that like a little bit. Like she doesn't have as much control over her. She's now will be with other people that will be caring for her. But yeah, I was very surprised that she was so positive, and like I could cry about it now, but like when they walk into the assisted living together and she's like greeting, she's like, how y'all doing? This is my grandson. He was a football player. Like just her positive attitude. And at the brunch when they announced that Matt was going to Chicago for art school, she was just so proud of him. I think she's really obviously in 5 months gotten over the fact that maybe her want and need for him to be home was a little bit selfish, and she would obviously is not loving the idea of change, but it was really special to see her be so proud and to really be happy to change to make everyone's lives a little bit easier. It was just very emotional. Very, very emotional.
So emotional.
With the picture, when she was like, I want to put this picture on my wall in case I have an episode.
In case I forget.
Yeah.
What, who you are, what you look like, and then I can look and remind myself of this sweet boy. What killed me was when he's moving her in and unpacking, and she's like, you must be exhausted. You can go. And he goes and he steps outside her room. I can start crying right now. And just starts tearing up. It's so sad.
He's like, what am I doing?
I'm leaving her.
And also I'm leaving. I'm excited about that, but ultimately I feel probably guilty and just sad that my life is changing and my grandma's life is changing and Julie's life is changing. Like everyone around him, their lives are changing because he's not going to be there. And he's coming to that realization, and it's really hard. It's just really, really hard. It's change is like, if you let it, could really affect you. And it was sweet because we see Matt struggle, but we don't actually see him like break down that often. So seeing him like have a moment to himself with tears in his eyes after they hugged, which again, I have a lump in my throat talking about it. Beautiful, beautiful.
Tammy and Buddy have a meeting with Lila about San Antonio State, and they feel it's not the best quality school for her. It's a party school, and Lila's like, I made up my mind. I'm going there. I already paid my tuition.
How? How did she pay her tuition?
It's a great question, Liz.
I'm like,
it's a great question.
I don't know
Maybe
you having a job.
Scholarship?
Maybe she got a scholarship. But I was like, let's just... How much? I don't know how much San Antonio State is compared to like another college, but I was really shocked to hear her say, "I already paid the tuition." I'm like, wait, how? Literally, how? Your dad gambled away all of your money, and I don't remember you having a job. And Tim sure as hell doesn't have any money. So what the hell did your mom maybe give you money? Like I don't know.
Maybe.
Like she does have another
really
parent,
talk
right?
About that.
We never talk about that. Like her mom doesn't know that she didn't get into school. She didn't get to go to Vanderbilt because her dad's a piece of shit. I'm sure she does.
I mean, I'm sure Pam knows.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Pam has money to send to Lila so she can go to San Antonio State. I'm assuming it was over scholarship. But from this discussion, Tammy took it upon herself, called Vanderbilt, and they extended their time for Lila to accept if she wants to actually attend Vanderbilt. And so then Buddy suggests that they talk to Uncle Gary, who Buddy doesn't get along with, but they'll make an exception. And this is how you can get the money. And ultimately, Lila does agree to this.
I wonder if Uncle Gary is a brother of his or brother-in-law from Pam.
I think it's got to be Buddy's brother. Don't you think it would be Buddy's brother?
I mean, it would be a little strange if it was Pam's brother.
Right.
Yeah, Buddy
and then
would have to talk to him.
Yeah. And wouldn't Buddy say you can call your mom's brother Uncle Gary?
Right. Yeah. All right. So Buddy has a brother.
Maybe.
We never really talk about that. Maybe he does. We don't know. But yeah,
remember.
what a nice uncle. He's going to loan some money.
Yeah. Tyra's frustrated about everyone getting into colleges, and Landry suggests that they go to UT, and she talks to admissions. And so they make a road trip out of it, and she learns that she is one of the 1,000 on the wait list, which is very discouraging to hear. And so on the way home, Tyra is just going on, and I don't blame her for this, just feeling down on herself. And Landry stops her, like stops the car, gets out. It's like, I can't listen to you talk about yourself like this anymore. I believe in you. You have to start believing in yourself. I love you, Landry. I said that, not Tyra.
Yeah. Well, but she does say I love you to him later on. Like they do
does.
love each other.
They do. But like in this moment, I'm like, we all need a Landry.
Landry was the ultimate hype girl, like the hype man that you need in your life.
Yes.
Got like Jesse Plemons, we all know, right? Like literally perfection. I was emotional yet again. Like just that's the partner you need. Like I believe in you. I don't care about anyone else. I believe in you. So therefore you will do whatever you need to do. And that scene was beautiful. I love them hugging just in the field of, car. It was perfect. It was great. He was so great.
I know. And so then they get home and you see Angela and Mindy in the kitchen before Tyra comes in. They're like, oh my God, here's a letter from UT. I don't want her to open it before my wedding because then she'll be a Debbie Downer. But Tyra grabs it. She's like, it's thin. I don't know. Should I open it? And she opens it and she ultimately does get into UT.
Yeah. And I was like
sobbing.
Yeah.
Sobbing. She runs out to Landry. She jumps the fence. Angela and Mindy are there. They're hugging. They're crying. My baby's going to college. I love you. Oh my God.
She says to him, will you still love me if I don't get in?
No, Tyra.
Oh, I'm crying.
Sweet
She
girl.
really got me in this episode. And honestly, it could have went 50-50, right? Like she could have not got in, or she could. And obviously the audience, you're rooting for her too. But in that moment, I was scared. I was
Me
like,
too.
well, we could definitely go a path of her not getting in and we'll figure out what's next for her. But I was happy. Like she just so deserved that. So deserved it. Oh, it was so good. Again, the lump in my throat just needs to go down because I'm like, whoa.
Okay, the Riggins boys. How good were the Riggins boys in this episode?
Very comical, very cute.
Oh my gosh. So Riggins Riggs is getting ready to open. The boys head to an auction to get a hydraulic lift and also end up bidding on a steer.
That killed me. Tim's like, you need this. People were gonna come up. They're gonna be like, this. They mean business. This is the good place to be. Also, I feel like they should just call it Riggs.
I know.
Wouldn't that just be better? Just like Riggs. Like it's like two meanings, but it's still cute.
I loved Billy's landing strip t-shirt.
Yeah.
I would love that t-shirt.
Well, let's make it.
Yeah, or buy it.
Or buy
if someone already made it. But I was listening to Clear Eyes, Full Hearts, and Derek was saying in this scene, pretty much was all improv. Like they knew they had to bid on the hydraulic lift and the steer, but all the rest in between was pretty much just them two.
That's the best thing I've ever heard.
The
That
best.
makes that scene so amazing. That cracked. Thank you. Just made my day knowing that.
On the way home, their truck breaks down because of the added weight of the steer. And so Billy's trying to fix it. Tim's complaining about how much he hates San Antonio State and how much he doesn't want to go. And Tim is the one who ends up fixing the truck, which now gets Billy upset because Billy's like, how am I supposed to open up a repair shop if I can't even fix my own truck? And Tim is like, you don't understand. You're living the dream. You are living the American dream. You get to work, drink beers, go home to your wife, see your future children. And then we also learn that Billy and Mindy are pregnant.
Perfect. Love that.
Perfect.
Tim cracked me up. Tim cracked me up.
Tim is the only one who loves Dylan and the dream of Dylan.
Yes, very much so. Very much so that literally his dream is to be working in the garage, having a wife and kids, living in Dylan and drinking beers. Like that is his ultimate goal. And
there's nothing wrong with that, really.
No, of course not. But nobody else really shows that means a lot to them except for Tim. Even Billy's like, basically like Tim looks up to Billy, like wants Billy's life, but Billy doesn't want Billy's life. Right. You know? And Tim's like, you have my, like, I want this life. And just his like reasoning of not wanting to go to San Antonio State, like there's no me time. I can't relax. They don't have a good bar where I can just like chill out. So
there's no Smitties where I can go and be me. You know, Billy?
It cracked me up. Yeah. It was sweet. It was very sweet to hear that Tim's goal is to just be a dad and drink beers. Like it was sweet to me.
And just fix trucks.
That's all. And he's really good at it.
Yeah. Yeah, he knew exactly what the problem was, which I guess if he wasn't complaining the whole time, they could have been on the road sooner. But
yeah. Did you think that Tim was going... I at that moment, I was like, oh, Tim wants to stay. He does not want to go.
For sure.
Yeah. I'm like, this could definitely set up where Tim will stay home with Billy and they'll own the shop together.
Right. So Billy and Mindy, we have their wedding. They say I do. This wedding seemed like a lot of fun. There was a live band.
Yeah, let's go.
Mindy's wearing butterfly wings.
That
obsessed.
Cracked me up. I was like, oh my God, I should recreate.
Obsessed. Can you?
Yeah, I'm going to get butterfly wings. I used to have fairy wings.
I mean, maybe if you didn't want to wear it because your wedding's going to be like super chic and classy. But maybe at your bachelorette.
Maybe my bachelorette. There you go. I'll wear them at the bachelorette.
a little Mindy moment and no one will get it. And I'll be like, well, y'all should listen to Talk and Text forever.
Exactly.
List as friends and family.
Exactly.
One thing that stuck out to me was the fact that Buddy was there and danced a lot with Angela.
I know. I was like, get out of here, Buddy. Get out. Don't put your hands on her. Get away. Angela is better off without you. Goodbye.
This was weird, right?
Yeah, no, I see something brewing again, and I'm not into it.
I honestly don't remember, and I don't know if this was just to get everybody in the same scene. It's a finale.
Right.
Let's have everyone party.
Like,
But
we squashed our beef.
Yeah,
kind of
clearly.
thing.
I guess weddings make you do that. You squash.
Yeah, a little alcohol, dancing, celebrating love. It makes you forget all of your troubles.
Which is true. Lila shares with Tim about Vanderbilt and how she got money, she got accepted, but she won't go because of San Antonio. And he's like, no, you gotta go. This is your dream. Don't make me be that guy that stops you.
This was so sexy, first of all.
Tim fucking Riggins.
This was the fact that he walked over with a white rose. He's like, hello, gorgeous. He's so, I mean, we say this every single week, but like that is the most charming thing I've ever seen. So spoony. And she's just like, you're so great. And obviously, why wouldn't she want to, do the next chapter of her life with him in the same college? But he's like, no, this has been your dream and it was taken away from you. And please don't let me be the one to stop it from happening again. He says, like, everything happens for a reason. Like, this was meant to be. You were meant to go there. So we'll figure it out. I'm not afraid of this. And then we have another scene where literally killed me, which we'll get to when Billy and him talk about his future. Oh my God.
Well, we can go there. Let's go there. Let's
literally broke
wrap
me.
them up.
I could fall to the ground after I heard Billy give him the words. What she'll say. Go ahead.
Yes. So Tim and Billy, they have this scene as Billy and Minnie are getting ready to go to this was after the wedding, ready to go on their
honeymoon. Yeah.
And Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
And Tim grabs Billy and he's like, Billy, Lila's not going to San Antonio. I'm not going to San Antonio. Like, I'm staying, Billy. I'm staying. We're going to do Riggins Rig together. And Billy, so passionately, is like, no, Tim, you little idiot. You're going to college. You have to do better for our future children. You have to do better for your future nephew and niece.
Yeah, that
God,
really
Billy
killed me in the best way, obviously. I honestly thought that Tim was going to be like, yeah, Billy, I'm good. And Billy is going to be like, all right, it is what it is. But Billy is so passionate that he wants his brother to succeed. He wants his brother to have everything he never got, everything their parents ever got, make a future for their kids to have better than they did. And I was so surprised, and it really took me for a whirlwind emotionally because I felt so proud, and Tim hearing Billy be like, just like what he was saying to him and seeing Tim, like the understanding on his face, like, oh, I am going to college. No, I'm not. I don't know what I was thinking. Thank you, Billy, for helping me out of this situation. I could cry again. It was so great.
Do you remember when Tyra and Billy threw a house party and you're like, no, I don't trust Billy? And I was like, this isn't that kind of show.
Thank God.
Billy is the best.
Billy
love Billy.
Definitely
he could be
did a
dumb,
very
but
exactly. He could be stupid, but he has a good heart ultimately at the end of the day. And the fact that he is now married and gonna have his full picture of what Billy set up for himself, and he could watch his brother succeed in a different way. Very, very special. Very, very special. And I'm glad that he is not who I thought he was. I judged a book by its cover, and I apologize, Billy Riggins.
I can't blame you for that. I mean,
it was a little sus in the beginning,
It's a little sus. I get it. Back at the wedding, though, before Billy and Mindy take off, we do have another scene of our people having conversations, and one in particular with Julie and Matt.
Yeah.
And so Julie goes over to Matt and she's like, I don't want to be one of those long distance relationship couples. I think we should break up. And Matt's like, no. And she's like, no, this isn't actually like I'm telling you, we're breaking up. And he goes, no, we're fine. We're good. I love you. We're going to be okay. And then she says, your grandma would have really loved this wedding. And he's like, you know what? You're right, Julie. And so he goes to the assisted living, gets his grandma ready, tells her, we're going to a wedding, and then I'm bringing you home for good because you're the only person who never left me.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point in the episode, I was already emotionally beat up that I just was, I just was sulking, sobbing because it was so special. Did I misunderstand though? Is he staying home?
Is he staying home?
Because he said that he's bringing her home, literally to their home. And plus he just had a conversation with Julie where Julie was frightened, obviously, that their relationship wasn't going to work. And I'm so proud of him that, you know, the first time she broke up with him, we understood it was because she felt as though she was moving in a different direction. Obviously, she had eyes for someone else. But this time he was like, no, I'm not allowing this to happen. Like, I'm standing up for this relationship and I'm standing up for my grandma. And I took that as maybe he's staying home. Like, Chicago was far from Texas.
And it's such a difference in everything that he's used to.
So much so. Like, night and day.
Yep.
You know? So, all right. Well, we'll see. We needed one person to stay home, right? Well, we had Julie and Landry, but...
Last but not least, we have Coach and Tammy. Now we know that he learned about his job situation at the beginning of the wedding. Him and Tammy share a sweet dance and a funny line. Eric goes, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I don't even really know Billy Riggins that well.
That part, I laughed out loud. That was great. She's like, well, they kind of like look up to us.
Yeah. And she says, no matter what happens, I'm going to stand right behind you. I love you. And our last scene is we have the two of them go to the field of East Dillon.
Yeah, he's checking out his new territory.
Yeah, and we see East Dillon lions.
Lions, yeah. East Dillon lions. What a drastic change. I mean, panther and lion, not so much, I guess, but just the wording of it doesn't roll off the tongue as much as, you know, the Dillon Panthers.
Yeah, and also just the look of and the state of that field.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Coach will fix it up as best he can and make it feel like a home to these boys. But yeah, this is going to be so different. And I cannot wait. I really was like, can we watch the next episode? Like, I need to watch like the opener because I want to see what's happening with everyone.
Yeah, luckily for you, we're taking no breaks.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. We're going to take a short break, though. And when we come back, we're going to get into all of your questions. And Anthony, a.k.a. Husband, is going to join us.
Woohoo!
Welcome back from break. Anthony is with us.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, husband.
Hey.
What did you think of this finale? Because we watched it separate.
We did watch it separate. I really liked it. I thought it was great. First of all, Tim like had me cracking up like the whole time. Like Tim was on point. Actually, I had like quotes written down. Like so many of them were his. I was like, he was just great.
Yeah.
Wilding out. Yeah.
Yeah, he shined. He shined in this episode.
You know, like I like that. I felt like people were keeping each other in check like halfway through the episode. And I was really proud that Grandma Saracen, like let, Matt go. And then unfortunately she was going to be my MVP for doing that. But then, I forgot that it kind of doesn't really seem to work out that way. So
I know we talked about that, how we were surprised how well she willingly went.
I know.
And I think because we're used to my aunt who has
Yeah.
dementia, and obviously my aunt is way more advanced, because there's no way one day my aunt would be like, you know what? I understand what you're feeling and thinking that's what's best for me. No problem.
Yeah.
Like there's
Never.
never.
Yeah.
So
I mean, like selfless, is what it is.
yeah, and
Yeah.
understanding logic
Yeah.
of it.
Right.
Yeah. Did you cry?
I mean, yeah, generally, like I always kind of like tear up at stuff that are meant to be emotional. It's the music, it gets you. It just knows,
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the appropriate points, you'd probably be, you'd be 50% correct if I was crying or not.
Okay.
Just take a guess.
Yeah, Liz was pretty emotional and I cried.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched
really-
this episode
yeah.
3 times.
What got you the most? Both of you.
Oh gosh. Bro, honestly, the Matt and Grandma stuff is really getting me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
same.
it's very real for us.
It's very
Yeah.
real.
Yep.
But happy tears for Tyra.
Yeah. You know what? I really couldn't remember, to be honest. So, like, I was just like, this could go either way.
Oh, with UT?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
could
know.
not remember
Yeah.
for the life of me.
Yeah. It really was 50-50. I could see her getting in. I could see her
Yeah.
not getting in. It was the Billy and Tim last scene. That one actually killed me the most.
Oh, that
I don't
Yeah.
know. I guess because it just like the entire episode was building and I was crying. And then that last moment, I just was like, let it all out. I'm like, no. So emotional.
So emotional. All right, let's get into our questions. Vic wants to know, which Betty dad would you want to punch Joe?
Dan Scott, for sure. The ultimate match.
I mean, of course, I love the idea of Dan punching him in the face. I don't know. Like, I just thought it'd be fun to see Ryan punch him.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
You know what I like
Because
about
Ryan
rich dads?
technically could
Nothing.
be a dad.
Yeah, he could be. Yeah. Or like
don't
when he was
know.
getting beat by the kid, but when he was beating him up in that episode,
Ooh.
previously, he might have good reason to hit him, because he got beat up, right, by his dad
Yep.
and also the stepdads.
Yep.
So it would trigger him, and then he would have to just, kick his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you see thriving in college? Liz?
Thriving. Well, I feel Lila will do well. She's done well throughout high school, but then again, she could have this happens a lot, right? The girls, the kids that do well then have a rude awakening when they have to like time management and figure out, what it's like to not be home. So that could be detrimental to her education. I would like to hope that Tyra actually is the one that thrives the most because she wants this the most, and I think she's smarter than she knows, like that she thinks she is, and that she'll be better with the time management, and it would just be more important to her. So I feel like Tyra will be top. I'll be so proud of my little girl, and then maybe Lila, but I don't know. I could see Lila flip flopping a little bit, and Tim wants nothing to do with this college situation. So it's going to be a rude awakening for him, but maybe he'll be inspired. I don't know. And Matt, I guess he's not going to Chicago. So maybe he's going locally to a college.
I don't think he would have thrived in art school. I think that's a tough thing for anybody to thrive in. I mean,
Do you
you can
remember
really
what
like
happens?
it. No, listen, I really remember so little about this show.
Right? It's like we never
especially
watched
going forward. Which is good. I mean, I guess I remember it as we're doing it, but I don't really remember the whole.
All right, so you're in the same boat as me. He could stay home. I have no idea.
Anthony, you said Volchak could be anything on FNL. Now bring in Taylor. I believe she could do anything. What do you think? We're talking about Taylor from the OC, those who are listening in.
I
not
don't
have caught
even
that.
know. So Taylor as Taylor, because what a whirlwind into that town. Like, they would just be turned upside down, and then she would just have to leave. I don't think she would fit in. I think she's driving
the type
through.
Of girl they're gonna meet in college. Like, she's not from Dillon. Like, she's from somewhere else, and they're gonna meet her in college.
Yeah, she'd be a college friend.
Get them out of their comfort zone. Like, her and Tyra would be really funny together because Tyra would have no patience for her probably. But then maybe they become the best of friends because
that's funny.
of that or something.
I could sort of picture that.
Right. Like, small town girl, big town girl come together and they're roommates. And they're just like, the personalities are so vastly different that at the end of the day, they become friends. Kind of like Wednesday and Enid.
Yes.
Right? Like,
yes.
like polar opposites.
Yeah. That would be fun to watch.
Yeah.
If you could pick any band to play at your wedding, who would it be?
Any band?
Yeah.
Oof. Oh my goodness.
I loved their wedding band. Millie,
Yeah.
Mindy and Millie. Mindy and Billy's wedding band.
Yeah.
They were great.
So, like, any band in the entire world?
That's it.
Oh my God. Living or dead?
Sure.
Oh, I'm going to have to get back to you. That's a big decision.
Well, it would be our decision.
I'll give you my list. You bring me your list, and
Okay.
we'll see how many crosses there are.
Yeah.
My goodness, what a wide open, jeez.
I know. Liz, who would you want at your
I feel
upcoming
like
wedding?
I feel like Randy and I would agree on like Nirvana. That would be
Really?
Wow.
a pretty good band to just get like the slow songs, but also fast songs. And obviously we'd ask them to play covers of songs. So I get a little bit of my music and a little bit of his music, and that would be fun.
Wow.
Like Kurt Cobain action. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Was not expecting that.
They could jam out.
Sure. Of course. When I think of like what band I would like to go see versus what I would like to bring the party music to a wedding, I have to take that into consideration.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you have to have the slow
that's
and the
a hard
fast.
one.
I went ABBA.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
ABBA playing ABBA's music though, or ABBA playing other people's music?
I want to hear anything that they
All of
feel
it.
like playing.
How about Ace of Base?
So good.
Absolutely, too. Oh my goodness. Let's just alphabetically go.
the Spice
go
Girls.
through.
Oh my God.
Like,
the Spice Girls.
The Spice Girls.
Yeah.
That tops everything.
I don't know. It's not as wide of a range, I don't
They
think.
can do anything. And
Like, exactly. They'll do whatever you want.
Not like Ace of Base can.
It's true. Ace of Base has female and male art singers in it, right?
Yes.
Or no?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they could do a wide range of things.
Yeah. I wonder what they're doing now. I wonder if they would play a wedding.
remember when you downloaded their whole discography?
I did. I downloaded their entire discography. Very much too much.
How long was
It was a lot, and there was only one person seating it in the entire world, so like it took a long time to download.
That's an Anthony thing to do.
Such
for
an Anthony
sure.
thing to do.
There was so many albums, and
Oh,
they really,
I'm
yeah.
surprised.
There weren't as many bangers as I thought there was going to be. I was really hoping to find some deep cuts.
Yeah. Vic says best things about this season's podcast. I love the addition of the YouTube videos. Glad I got to hear all your friends, our friends, and I got to be on the podcast this season. Love the quotes idea, and the love for Tim doesn't stop.
Never stops.
Thank you, Vic. Kate wants to know, were you surprised by any of the decisions that anyone made or any of the big changes?
I told you I was surprised about the Billy and Tim, where Tim's, not forced, but Billy is like, no, you're going to college. I was surprised by that. No, I feel like everything else, not that it was predictable, but everything else kind of just lined up exactly what I figured their path would go. Like from the beginning of this season, Tyra's been trying to get her grades up and do well in the SATs and then go to college. And so that came to fruition for her. Matt, he's like the flounder. Yeah, he like floundered a little bit.
I'm disappointed in his decision. Here's a guy who's been given every opportunity to excel.
What? Okay, you're being sarcastic.
No, I'm not. I'm really not. I mean, besides his home life, right? But he is given right now in these last 2 years every opportunity to really pull ahead and be able to get away. And now I know his grandma being there is difficult to deal with. But I was really hoping that he'd be willing to leave.
Right. He does say
I'm basing it on what he said in that moment. I'm taking him at face value. Anyway, like he chose sentimentality and his grandmother.
Yeah, like his grandma is the sole purpose of his life. Like he focuses everything around his grandma, like taking care of her, what's best for her, not disappointing her. And so that's been his whole MO from the beginning of the show. And I guess I didn't really expect it to change. I'm sad that maybe he won't get the opportunity to pursue something that's completely different than what he is used to. But again, it all makes sense that him and Tim would be the ones for me that would stay. So I'm interested to see Tim's path as well, because I truly felt as though he's at least coming back to live in Dillon, that's for sure. If he graduates in 4 years or 2 years or whatever he does, he's coming back to Dillon.
Which of the couples do you think will still be together at the start of season 4?
Well, it all depends on when we start season 4. I can imagine it's the beginning of the school year. It would make sense for everyone to kind of get like those first day jitters and see where everyone's living and what's happening there. So maybe if we're in like, let's just say May or June, then we only have a few weeks for that, like 6 weeks, right, before everyone heads off to school. I foresee Landry and Tyra still sticking it out because they seem like they're in it for the long haul. At least she seems serious. I don't know if the college situation will eventually get to them where she's super distracted and she's trying to keep her head above water, and maybe that will affect their relationship. Matt and Julie, I still feel like we'll be together by then too. And Tim and Lila, like season 4, beginning of season 4, I feel like they'll all be together. It's just the progression of season 4, what will divide them. And if I had to guess, I feel like Matt and Julie maybe are end game. I might eat my words. Matt and Julie, I feel, might be end game.
I mean, you've been saying that about mules for a while now.
I have.
Yeah.
What about
I will stick to that.
What about Coach and
Even
Tammy?
though Coach and Tammy are solid. She's going to help him through this transition.
What do you think about Billy and Mindy? Are they endgame?
Oh, they probably have a lot of fights, but ultimately they'll stick it out, especially since they're going to have a kid.
Yeah.
And maybe multiple kids by the end of the show. But, I think at the end of the day, they truly do love each other, and they completely are 100% themselves with each other. So I feel like they're a good match that will stick it out until the end. But Tim and Lila, I don't know. Well, as much as I'm really enjoying it, I don't know. I have a bad feeling about it. I feel like, I don't know about that one. Tandry, though, I will be floored if they end up endgame. It will be like my happiest moment, I think, on any of the Total Betty shows. If like this would be like, that would be like my couple then.
Yeah.
Because it's my 2 favorite characters on the show. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. But those are my predictions for season 4. All of our couples will be together. I just don't know how long they'll stay together.
Okay. Any input? Do you know what happens?
I really don't remember. But I stand by Coach and Mrs. Coach.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah. I mean,
that's the only thing that I feel I would be surprised.
they're not together.
Also, I feel like Gracie Belle should be older.
I agree.
I was like, wait, she's a little baby? She should be like 1 at least. No, older than 1, because it was the summer. She should be 1. She should be bigger than that.
Well, I think she looks 1 when Tammy was holding her in this episode.
Yeah,
Isn't this when she becomes like Maggie and she never grows older?
No, like on The Simpsons.
Yeah.
But no one grows older on The Simpsons.
I know.
I was like, wait a minute. Is this like something I don't know about? But that makes sense.
Yeah, Gracie Belle becomes Maggie.
Yep.
Will wants to know, can you point the exact moment when Tim becomes selfless like this? I mean, Lila has her warts, but she is stunning, smart, and principled woman, and he felt secure enough to not stand in her way to Vanderbilt. What a transformation.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think when Tim decided to fight for Lila and not give up, that's the moment.
Yeah, I think it was them finally realizing that they want to be with each other,
Right.
and him giving into having a girlfriend and not being that Tim Riggins that he's used to, and seeing how much she cares about him and his well-being and his future. I think that made him have a turnaround where he now ultimately is more selfless, putting her first as opposed to himself. And now knowing, and then he's like, oh yeah, Lila's going to Vanderbilt, so like I could stay home.
Yeah, it's almost like an excuse.
Yeah.
I don't have to go there anymore because my girlfriend's not going. So I can now stay with you.
So he was doing everything for Lila and not for Tim.
Yeah.
Which might ultimately not be so good. If he's just solely focused on making Lila happy, what makes Tim happy? Tim needs the me time. He needs the alone time, you know? We all need the alone time.
He needs Smitties.
We got to love ourselves first.
But I love that we didn't really discuss, we discussed the part with him and Billy, but when Billy's like, you're afraid.
Yeah.
You're just afraid to go. And that's what really killed me. I was like, you're so right, Billy. He is afraid. He's been afraid this whole time to like make something of himself. And Lila was the one to push him. He needs a little push.
I think he's afraid to fail. I think that's
for
his thing.
sure.
He's afraid
Yeah.
to fail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been good at one thing his whole life, and that's football. He's really not been doing well in any other facet of his life. So that's gone. But actually, it won't be gone because he'll be playing. He got a scholarship to go there for football, right?
Yep.
So maybe he'll live out the dream Jason Street was unable to do. I don't know. We'll see.
What will happen to the Panther Pride now that Coach Taylor is at East Dillon? Go Lions!
There's still Panther Pride. It's just that he's not a part of it anymore.
Yeah, Panther Pride was there before God, I think.
Yeah, Panther Pride will live and die forever in Dillon. So it has nothing to do with who's the coach. It has everything to do with just the obnoxiousness of the town loving it so much. Like if that's never going to go away. So I don't know how this is going to work with Coach with the Lions. Lions, right? Yeah, Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Shall be interesting.
Yeah. Mike wants to know, why didn't Lila ask her mom to help her pay for college? Which we semi-talked about this. I was curious if you had any thoughts on this.
I had forgotten that, to be honest. But
yeah, because they're like, we're going to talk to Uncle Gary.
Yeah, that is a good point. Like, why wouldn't her mom just step in and offer to pay?
Unless she doesn't have the money.
Exactly.
Yeah, unless she doesn't have the money. She's made some bad investments.
I don't think she's...
She might have.
I mean, maybe her and her new husband don't have enough money.
What if they bought a lot of lottery tickets? They're like, there's no way we can lose.
No. Coach wearing the strap on his sunglasses. Do you think that was Kyle's choice or the costume department?
Oh, God.
Probably
Ultra dad coach.
both.
Yeah.
The strap with
I
the
liked
sunglasses.
it. It felt real.
It did.
It felt Texas to me.
One day I'm going to wear that unironically.
Do not.
It's going to be me. It's just going to be me.
It's not you. It's a Bobby thing.
I know.
It's not a you
it's
thing.
a Bobby thing. It's a Bobby thing.
It might become a me thing.
It's not. It's not a you thing. If East Dillon has been closed for years, how is it still there? Wouldn't the city have sold it? Also, wouldn't they have to renovate it to make sure it's up to code?
It's a big plot of land in the middle of nowhere. Who's going to buy it?
I mean, it's still a field.
Yeah.
And then to follow up, also, you'd think they'd get more money from the state if they just had one school. Now there's an extra school to share the funds with.
That's bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, as we know, Dillon is short on resources. The classrooms are crowded. So this will it's kind of just spreading it out.
Well, like each school, I think, would get an equal amount.
Right.
Because it's the existence of the school that gets them the amount. So they're going to split the amount of kids.
That's right.
And they're each going to get their own funding. Somewhat, a little bit less. I mean, Dillon's going to get more funding, obviously.
Well, those boosters.
Yeah.
It's all obviously
And
the
Panthers.
racial undertones.
Oh, yeah.
You can sense it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like they'll probably clean up the field and school and things once the school seasons, like once the school starts.
Montage.
So.
Get ready, folks. Montage, singing, dancing. It's a whole new show.
It's a musical now.
It's a music.
Oh God, I really hope not. You know how I feel about those episodes.
Do you think I would talk up the next 2 seasons if this was a musical? No, you know how I feel as well.
No.
No. For Ant, would you ever buy a house like the Riggins brothers and Jason did and flip it?
I'm not. I would love to, but I'm just not like gutsy enough to do it. Like maybe one day in my life, like when we have excess funds.
Oh yes, the dream of excess funds.
And
What's that?
I'll buy a house.
The dream.
I'll buy a house. It'll be like a project. I'll buy a house. I'll do work in it and I'll flip it. It'll be someplace and we'll rent it out and we'll have some passive income. In an ideal world, I need excess funds and some time.
Yeah, I mean you're handy, so
I could do a decent amount, but it would take a long time.
Yeah.
Right, it's just the money to actually purchase another house.
Yeah, and
another house
and carry
a full blown new house
and 2 mortgages.
Yeah, 2 mortgages, tax payments, utilities, all that stuff.
Yeah. Would you and Randy ever want to do something like this?
I'm sure we would do it. I mean, Randy even talks about just like buying like someone's condo and like then renting it to get extra funds. Like we've talked about that. I mean, Randy is definitely not handy like Ant, so we'd have to hire a bunch of people to do stuff. Randy wants to do nothing. Like when we buy a house, he wants to do absolutely nothing. He wants to be moving ready. I'm like, well,
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I do a bunch of
that'd be
stuff,
fun.
I would prefer not to have to. I agree.
Yeah. Be fun to do though.
It can be. When it's like not like, thousands of dollars on the line and you're just like, well, hopefully I could do this.
Yeah, you don't want to experiment. I mean, you could do a little experimenting.
It's your house. You have to experiment, a
Yeah.
little bit. You have to find out where your boundaries are, but, just stay off the electricity and you should be okay.
That's a good tip.
Yeah.
If you don't know electricity,
Definitely
don't mess with it.
Don't mess around with it.
And plumbing is important too.
Yeah. Don't wing too much, but, you really can't go too
I
wrong.
feel like we're splaining to
I suppose.
an audience that doesn't need to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am certainly not an expert on it, so please don't listen to me.
Yeah. My brother-in-law Bobby, who some of you may remember with my sister Sam, they've been on this show in season 1, and they've been on
that was it.
Let's Talk OC. Bobby has been wanting to come on this episode, saving the date for like months now. I gotta come on, season 3 finale, it's my favorite, blah, blah, blah. I send them a reminder text, no answer. So then I get this text from Bobby today. Man, I fucked up. I thought the state championship game was the last episode and the actual last episode was 4-1. Damn it. My favorite episode was basically last week. And that's so Bobby.
The penultimate.
So Bobby.
Yeah. But then he sent paragraphs of commentary that I'm not going...
Oh, I see that from here.
Oh, yes, that I'm not going to read all to you, but I will share some of his thoughts.
You should just change it to like a AI dictation and read it all.
I did an AI dictation of Write Me a Scene from Friday Night Lights, and it was pretty funny. And it was like Coach and Jason's like, hey, Coach, I can't play today because my father's in the hospital. And Coach is like, oh, no, is it serious? And he's like, it might be. And Coach is like, don't worry, Jason, you don't have to play today. It was pretty funny. Yeah. I was curious. I'm like, what? Give me something, Chat GPT, you know?
AI is going to give such bad advice all the time.
Oh, it's awful. It's just, it's like, I mean, it's not just like that, but on AIM, what was the bot
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
forget what the bot was called.
that we all would chat with?
I forget.
Simbot? It wasn't Simbot. Yeah. Anyway, Bobby, he shared, when Sammy and I were in San Antonio last spring, we saw a lot of trucks hauling cattle in open trailers on the highway, and it was just crazy and so different than Long Island. But it made me feel like we were in the opening credits of Friday Night Lights, and I even played the theme song as we drove.
Of course. The bot is called Smarter Child.
Smarter
Child.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you.
I had to Google.
Yeah.
Way ahead of its time. I wonder how it compares.
Well, like smarter. Yeah, I guess. But Ask Jeeves, right? Would that still?
That was
Is that like a search
That was like
engine?
a search engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a search engine.
Anyway, a couple of questions from Bobby. Joe McCoy versus Buddy, Booster King crown battle appears to be emerging. What do you think will happen? I don't really remember. Do you remember? If you do, don't say much.
I mean, no, I don't remember the little details, but I think I remember ultimately what happens.
Yeah.
I'm hoping by end of season 4, Joe and JD are out of here.
And Katie, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like Katie, but she has to go with them, I guess.
Yeah, I think they're a package deal.
Yeah, they're a package deal. I think, maybe during this season. Ooh, how did the boosters work? The boosters are only for the Dillon Panthers.
Correct.
So, yeah, that's going to be
conceivably each team would possibly have boosters if they were if people were interested and also had excess funds.
Right. So
exactly.
Would Buddy go to the Lions? But also Buddy has no money.
Right, that's true. Buddy has no money anymore. So how was he donating to the Dillon Panthers? Plus, granted, now his kid is graduated, so he doesn't really...
Doesn't he have to pay child support? He still has 2 young kids.
Probably. They probably figured out some deal with that now that he has no money. But
yeah.
Yeah, so the fact that... It's hard because the fact that Buddy has no money, then he really has no say in anything anymore. So Joe is really going to be the top booster, and he's going to take over. He's going to be in Buddy's new position. And the town's going to be ultimately annoyed, but also fear him, just like they did Buddy. Now Buddy is going to have a taste of his own medicine, if you will.
I mean, I remember the Lions.
I do remember the Lions.
I remember the Lions, but...
not specific details.
Not so much with Buddy and... Joe.
I think there's a reason for that, but I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, and you don't want to say anything.
And I won't say anything.
No.
Okay.
Last question. Do you think any characters will go to East Dillon? Like Julie.
Right. Well, are they in the border? I don't know. I don't know where this zigzaggedy line that they drew is, where the borders are there. I feel like she'll probably still go to Dillon because, they seem to live in an area that is maybe a little bit of a higher incomed portion. I don't know, actually. How much could a coach make?
Well, what do you think is going to
Probably pretty
happen?
decent.
Do you think Tammy will remain principal of Dillon while coach is coaching?
Yeah, I
East
think so.
Dillon?
Her job's separate.
I think so, for sure.
Yeah.
I think she's a badass principal, and I think she's great
amazing.
at her job, and I think she, wouldn't leave that. Why would she leave that? He's definitely, she's definitely making more money than him now.
Yeah.
It might not have been true previously, but I think it's probably true now.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think she's definitely staying, and I think Julie will stay and ride out the rest of her senior year there, and coach will be at East Dillon, and I don't know any of the other players besides Landry who is probably staying at Dillon. They seem to have a nice home. Not that it matters. I don't know what I'm basing that off of.
The redrawing is, they did the zigzags to get good players.
Right.
That's true. And Landry is not maybe such a good player
Well,
in
he made
the
special
boosters'
teams.
eyes.
He made special teams.
He did. No, he absolutely did.
So.
But is it good enough for them to have kept him in Dillon at the time? Maybe not. He was a special teams maybe after the redistricting borders went up. Yeah, because that would be really hard for Julie. Like literally all of her friends then would be gone and she'd be left at Dillon. That's really it. That's it. Besides JD. JD obviously staying with the Dillon Panthers.
Yeah.
Other than that, we have to bring in characters or like reintroduce football players to us. Like, I was going to call him Boyd. That's not his name. The one guy that was like messing up and lit the girl's hair on fire.
Yeah, I remember
You
him.
said he wasn't on the island, so I assume maybe he'll go to East Dillon, let's just say. Because that's the only other player that we really focused on for the most part.
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll find out.
That's all of our questions. Thank you, everyone, for submitting your questions and comments and thoughts.
You guys are bomb.
Yeah. Favorite quote? Aunt, you said you had a bunch of Tim
Oh, hold on. Wait. I missed
lists. What's your quote while Aunt's pulling his up?
I have, but you are desperate from Landry. And where's the me time, Billy?
So what I landed on was from Tammy, and she said, "I'm starting to think we're going to need a strategy," like at that meeting, which I thought was pretty good. But then Tim ended with no regrets, talking about bidding a live bull at the auction, like trying to give like really sound advice why they need a bull, which is ridiculous.
Did you tell Aunt that whole scene was improv?
Was it really? Was
Yeah.
it really? That's
Yeah.
fantastic because that had me going. I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Billy, we got it. We got it started. What are you pouting about?" When he got the car started, what are you pouting about? I thought that was hilarious.
I don't even know what I'm doing here. I don't even know Billy Riggins that well. Coach at the wedding. And then
That's true.
Tim, after he found out Billy's pregnant, 100%. We got a little football coming our way.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. I know you guys definitely talked about this, but like, I thought it was pretty presumptuous that Matt thought he could just leave and bring his grandma there. It's like,
Well, here's the thing. Clear Eyes, Full Hearts talked about this, the
yeah.
Friday Night Lights podcast, which, sidebar, I'm partial to because I love those two. I haven't listened to the other Friday Night Lights podcast, and no shame on them. I just haven't gotten around to it, but I love Billy and Mindy. I love Derek and Stacy so much. Anyway, they talked about this, and Stacy feels that Mindy and Grandma have a bond.
Okay.
And she really feels that Grandma Saracen totally would have been invited to her wedding, but maybe she couldn't because of the move to the assisted living.
Right. Maybe she was invited, but they felt it was best that she stay home.
Also, they were saying that there is an uncut version of this episode where you hear Billy and Mindy's vows.
Oh.
It's like a direct TV version. And also stuff got cut. Like, I guess Tim announces to the whole wedding party that Mindy's pregnant. And that got cut too.
Well, I could imagine that Tim would have spoiled that for them. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. But go ahead. Continue.
Okay. So wait, what am I giving? Continue up.
Oh, no, I totally cut you off after you were like, I can't believe Grandma went to the wedding.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, I think the idea, we flushed it out there, but
You feel good about it?
well, yeah. I mean, I
Okay.
also thought to myself that she probably didn't really eat either. Maybe she had a little bit. So it's like, if you're not really drinking and eating, who cares? You're just there taking up space and dancing.
Oh, you were worried about her messing up the head count?
The head count.
I
You
mean,
think they
how-
care? I don't
No,
think it's
not
that type
really.
of
But I
wedding.
just thought it was like super presumptuous because it's not like Matt's very close with them either. Just thinking about like, I mean, it's just like taking like a B guest and then being like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go get my grandma real quick.
Yeah, but it's Grandma Saracen. I don't know.
I know, but they don't know. I mean, I'll take anybody else's explanation. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I thought it was kind of
Stacey
funny.
had good things to say about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
All right, MVP and shittiest. Aunt, who is your MVP?
Well, like I said, it was Grandma Harrison, but then I changed it to Tim.
Liz, who's your MVP?
It was a hard decision, but I did choose Billy. I felt he was just had a really good big brother moment and knocked some sense into Tim. And I just really liked their relationship in this episode. I feel like they bonded the most that we've seen thus far, and they really do love each other. And it was just, I really was proud of Billy because he could have easily said, yeah, I need your help and you're staying home.
Yeah, I also chose Billy. We had choices for Billy, Tammy, and Tyra.
Yeah, it could have been literally anyone except for Joe.
Shittiest? Do we all have the same shittiest?
That's
Yeah.
Joe for me.
Joe.
Joe.
Yeah. No brainer. Coach's Corner. Aunt?
It's like, so like I liked when he showed up for that vote.
Yeah.
You know, like I think we all knew that it was meaningless. I think we all kind of felt it, you know, as it coming into it. And I know he really didn't want to have to do it. So I like that he faced it. Even probably, I mean, obviously I don't think he knew it was useless, but we all knew it was kind of useless.
Liz?
I picked Landry.
Me too.
Landry to Tyra. I think his speech was like, you're not giving up on yourself. I'm not giving up on you. He just, did the best boyfriendly thing you could do. And that's to support your partner when they're feeling down about themselves. And you just need to amp them up and be like, no, I'm in your corner. I'm on your team. And we're going to get through this together. I have the most faith in you.
There's a lot of
so
that
sweet.
propping up,
He's
great.
great.
And that with like everyone in this episode, it made it hard to pick somebody who really stood out.
I know. It's usually the problem with this.
Yeah, too many good people.
Too many good
So
people.
many good.
Too many good people, not enough bad. It makes great watching. Hard to come up with like your villains, really.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's go into our Panther of the Week. I'm so excited.
Our Panther.
Our
Woohoo.
Panther. We got a new review on Apple Podcasts, and what that means is they become the Panther of the Week. Liz, who's our Panther?
Our Panther is Maddie Fresh, 24. 5 stars isn't a high enough rating. No one is breaking down episodes of Friday Night Lights better than Liz and Michelle. They really get what makes the show great. They have fantastic opinions, and I look forward to this podcast every week. These girls are iconic and truly Long Island legends. It took me so long to find that emoji, and I don't even know if it was the right one, but it was worth it, which was the raining clouds emoji.
Yes.
Yay.
Matt, thank you so much. Friend of the
Thanks,
show. Matt from the Lonely Boys podcast. He's actually coming on next season for episode 4, I believe.
Just about 5 more weeks then.
Yeah. I'm excited. Thanks so much, Matt.
Yeah, he's a great guest.
I'm proud of you for using those emojis since I know you don't like emojis or use them. Not that he doesn't like them.
So true.
He doesn't use them.
He never uses them,
So-
except for the hang ten.
There's a whole generation that needs you to step up. They're coming up and they find it to be very passive aggressive when you don't use emojis.
Yeah.
It's only getting worse.
Speaking of emojis, which emoji would you pair with this episode? I had a couple of thoughts. I had the wedding. I had the cow because they purchased the steer.
Yeah,
I had a
that's good one.
cowboy hat, like the guy in the cowboy hat, but I feel like we've probably used that before.
Yeah,
right?
but that is fitting because I love the white hats they wore at the wedding, by the way. We didn't even talk about wedding attire besides Mindy's
that was hysterical.
butterfly wings. What do you think?
I mean, the wedding's a good one.
Yeah?
Yeah, or I like both of yours are good.
Okay, well,
You pick Aunt, the guest of honor.
Oh,
Yeah.
I pick one.
yep.
Oh gosh, all right. I think the steer because like it doesn't really give anything away about the episode, but it gives so much away about the episode.
Okay.
Sure.
So you
Do
heard
that.
you heard it here, folks. You could take that emoji, send it over to us so we know you got this far. You could also stick it in an Apple Podcast review. Don't have a cow, man. Just listen to Talk Texas Forever. Recap Friday Night Lights.
Whatever go, man.
Cute.
And rate us 5 stars, and then you can be our Panther of the Week.
Is there only like a cow, or is there really?
There's a full cow, and then there's a cow face,
Okay.
and I think it has
And
horns.
does it matter which one gets sent, or
You can
accept-
dealer's
you
choice.
You
There's the
accept-
bull.
You accept all cow, bull.
All bull cows.
Okay. As long as you get the theme.
Yep. We just
Yeah,
want to know
that's
you got this far.
Cows.
And also leave us an Apple Podcast
Okay.
review.
Do they have a bison? Would you guys accept a bison?
Sure, Aunt. You can send us a bison too.
Okay. Bison. Extra points for bisons.
All right. Anyway, I don't know how to transition into our booster of the week, but we're going to do it. Liz,
That's it.
who's our booster?
Booster of the week. You're a total booster.
Our booster is Kim.
Kim.
Kim is very pregnant, but still very much actively participating in watching and on the Discord. I think they're even having their chats and watches, when we're not watching with them, which I think is the cutest thing ever. We just want to shout her out this week, and we're so excited for you with this new baby coming. We're happy that you're a part of the fam. You give such a great energy, and you're always so kind and sweet to everyone. So we just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you, Kim. We love you.
Thanks.
We're excited for your new little babe.
The new Total Baby Betty. Betty. Total Baby Betty. Total Betty Baby. I'm starting to lose it, Michelle.
I gave you my COVID fog brain.
Oh.
I'm not going to give you the title for next week.
Okay.
I just wanted to wrap up season 3 and have a lovely discussion around it. But you don't have to wait long because we're going to be back next week discussing season 4. So there's no break.
And we'll be live. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, that's a Patreon perk. So TotalBettyPodcastNetwork.com. All the details. But to end this episode, we, of course, have a Will's Football Poetry Corner. I'm snapping everywhere but the mic. Break it down. When you break it down, you come together as a team to yell one final chant after practice. Things are breaking down in Dillon, including, but not limited to, Coach Taylor's control of the Dillon Panthers, Lila and Tim's relationship status, Matt holding back a cry after saying goodbye to his grandma at first, and the Colette's happy crying after Tyra's big news. Don't hesitate, because your love won't wait.
Oh,
Beautiful.
That was good.
always.
Thank you, Will. We appreciate you. Thank you, everyone, for staying with us this season.
For a great season 3, this was definitely an improvement since last season.
Yeah.
And I know we're just going to get better. So I really look forward to the next season and 2 seasons. I am so excited for this new journey. And I really just truly love this show. It's such a great show. I'm loving every minute of it and loving every minute of talking about it.
Yay.
Yay.
That makes me so happy. Thanks, Aunt.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Anne, for
It's
joining
great
us.
to be here.
You're always a highly requested guest.
All right. Thank you so much.
So we'll have you back for 4.
All right. I love 4. 4's good.
All right.
All right.
I'm a
then.
cartoon character.
All right.
All right.
Howdy do.
Thank you so much for listening, downloading, sending your questions and your comments. If you want to be a part of season 4, especially the next episode, which is episode 1, and Liz and I are live, send us your thoughts. TalkingTexasForever@gmail.com. We'll be back next week. Bye.
Well, all right.
Thank you so much for listening to Talking Texas Forever, a Friday Night Lights podcast. You can email us at talkingtexasforever@gmail.com. If you're interested in seeing what we do with this show and all of our others, head over to Instagram at Total Betty Podcast Network.
This has been a Total Betty podcast, produced and edited by Michelle Rubenstein and Alyssa Tenio, music by Anthony Vacora.